Welcome to our channel Forever Hum. In our last Hawaii video, we took you across this magical big island that is not only culturally rich but also has some of the most diverse and astounding landscapes. We had so far covered the historic parks and the exotic beaches near the Captain Cook Monument. In this video, let's take you with us exploring the beautiful central and south part of the island. After having stayed in a beautiful and cozy Airbnb the last night, we started off our drive in the morning, headed towards the south of the island. It was a relatively cloudy day with scattered showers and only a few coffee shops were open along the Highway 11. Luckily, we did find a coffee house just along the highway, which turned out to be a great breakfast spot. If you want to learn more about this cafe, check out our What I Eat in a Day shorts on Hawaii Day 2. As we drove along, we set our destination to the southernmost point in the United States. And luckily, this also happens to be a place that hosts one of the most amazing beaches in the entire world, Papakolea Green Sand Beach. And yes, as the name suggests, this is a green sand beach, one of the only 4 beaches found in the entire world. While planning a trip to this beach sounds amazing, the actual journey to this beach is a little cumbersome. After you've driven along the South Point Road until the road ends, you have 2 options. 1, you can either make a one-way 2.5-mile trek to the beach, or 2, you can hitch a ride from the locals that take you down to the beach for a one-way fare of $20 per person. We did the one-way hike to the beach along with some fellow travelers, and it turned out to be fun. The hike itself is very beautiful, and we do not recommend driving up to the beach either with your personal vehicle or the rental car, especially on a rainy and a muddy day like this. As we went closer and closer to the beach, we were astounded to see the beautiful olive green color of the sand. This is the first time we've ever seen a sand color that is different from the typical white color. We spent approximately 30 to 40 minutes on the beach and decided to head back soon. And as we were heading out, we noticed a local dropping off a couple of tourists and asked him if he was willing to carry us back to our parking spots. Thankfully, he had room at the back of his truck, and all 6 of us who came down hiking to the beach were now enjoying the fresh saltwater breeze and a bumpy ride. This surely was an enthralling experience. Next, we headed to a close-by spot to the South Point Lighthouse. This is one of the few spots in Hawaii where the ocean meets the cliffs, and this also happens to be a diving spot. Luckily, as we were heading closer to the edge, we saw a person dive into the ocean and climb right back up. As you keep walking down south from this point, you would notice black rocks, which are a result of volcanic eruptions happened here years and years ago. The waves crushing against these jagged cliffs reminded us of the Oregon coast trip that we recently took. This happens to be a sacred place for some and a historical for others. As you walk, and if you've reached the lighthouse and further down to the beach, you've reached the southernmost point in the United States. Isn't that cool? As the day progressed, it was turning out to be a lot more cloudier, and we wanted to be at our next destination before the dusk. This was the Volcano National Park, and as we were driving up along Highway 11, we learned that a part of the road was completely submerged underwater, causing a roadblock and traffic diversion. So we had to take a detour going back through Kona and eventually to Hilo and Volcano National Park. And since we knew it was going to be a long drive to the national park, we decided to make one final stop near Kona to check out this historical coffee farm. If you are a coffee lover, you might have come across the name Kona Coffee. And yes, this is one of the few places in Kona that grow their own authentic Kona coffee. We paid for a quick 30 to 60 minute tour of the farm, and the gentleman over here showed us different ways of growing and processing pure coffee beans. It turned out to be quite informational for both of us. This particular farm itself is very popular and has won various international awards for best coffee beans. As Sonia has sharp eyes, she couldn't help but notice fruits hanging from the trees around the farm.
Orange, guys, orange. I found below the tree. It smells good. This is coffee, 100% Kona coffee. It's strong, but it's good. Orange and coffee.
After the tour, we went around the farm and picked up a few extra fruits lying around in their fruit stand. These included oranges and avocados. By the time we reached the Volcano National Park, it was almost late in the night. Our Volcano National Park trip was a short one because of the heavy rain, but we did do a short hike along the Devastation Trail in the night, which took us close to the active volcano area. While it was hazy, it was certainly a sight to behold. So that's it for our day 2 video. We'll come back here in our next day vlog of north and eastern part of Big Island, showing you the other exotic beaches and the rugged terrains on this island. And guess what? We also spotted a beautiful aquatic animal on our day 3. But more on that in the next video. If you've liked this video, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and we'll see you in the next one.